CureForward is a precision medicine platform online for patients that helps people to get their data and put it to use. We're really excited about what we do, and it comes from a certain place that I'll tell you about right now. So as a society, we're used to having technology in every part of our lives. If you need a ride, there's an app for that. Or if you need to source funding for your new startup or sell your stuff, you can do all these things online because of companies that have created tremendous amounts of value for people in every part of their lives. And you look at the adoption of these kind of things, it's insane. I mean, 1 million ideas have been funded on Kickstarter. 157 million people are active on eBay. And Airbnb has 2.1 million people matching to alternatives to hotel stays. And as a result, we have become activated consumers at the center of our universe, drawing on resources wherever they are to get things done. But what happens when your needs really change? All of a sudden you have cancer. You need treatment. You need to get to that next step. And you've heard about precision medicine. And you want to try to employ those strategies. But you realize your doctor doesn't know what to do as the next step. And you talk to your friends, and they don't know either. So you feel alone. You feel really scared because this is a terrible diagnosis, and you don't know where it's going to take you. You want to know what to do next. And so the risk is that if you don't take charge, you could be treated just like everybody else. But we know that there's the whole population of different kinds of people who are going to respond differently to different therapies. And if you choose the wrong one, you might be down the wrong path. It may even prevent you from getting to the right path when you do find it. And so, therapies have been developed to move the average response better. And that works great when you're dealing with a normal distribution of responders, but it's kind of the opposite of a normal distribution. You've got people who are low responders, and you've got people who are tremendous responders to therapies. And you don't know where you are on that continuum. So how do you figure out where you can go for the right kinds of therapy? And the idea is to use genomic data. Everybody hears this on the news, and they're trying to figure out how to do that. And they want to work with their doctor to get their profile. I'm not sure even what question to ask. They want to be able to get to the right test. When that test gets done, they want to be able to understand what's in their DNA that was found. They want to be able to find the trial that's relevant for them, like Jamie did with her mom. They want to be able to take that DNA analysis or molecular analysis and take it to other experts in the field for a second opinion. They want to be able to find other people who share their condition. There might be a few around the world, and maybe they can learn from each other. And they also want to be able to share their data because, especially in cancer, people have a burning need to give back to the community. And so the issue right now is all these wishes are there, but there's no connective tissue. And we realized that we needed to make that. And all these bridges that connect all these applications together and now enable you suddenly to go get that test that you need, to understand what's in that result, to find that trial, and so on. And when we do that, perhaps the idea of an activated consumer, these individuals can suddenly become activated patients at the center of their universe, drawing on things to get the job done. Now, one example of that is that you might be a patient with a particular diagnosis in a particular area of the country. If you go to your local support group, you're not going to find other people who are like you, but they might be spread across the country like this. And you might be able to connect to those distinct individuals if there's a network. That network doesn't exist. And then what about clinical trials? Clinical trials are looking for that one individual, but there's an opaque barrier. They can't see that individual. And what they actually wind up doing, what they do see, is a mix of individuals, and it's hard to figure out which ones are the right ones. Well, what if they could suddenly see all of the right patients and then extend invitations to them to come join their trials and maybe move the field forward or find something that works in their own care? If that happened, then trial sites could suddenly start to accrue patients much more quickly. Instead of years to a new therapy, we could go months to a new therapy, or at least months to enrolling a trial and learning how these therapies work. And so the idea came around for an ecosystem. where a patient could get knowledge that's specific and relevant to their molecular condition, where they could find those clinical trials that meet their location preferences, clinical history, and so on, and join a community. And that's what we're making. We're really excited. We launched our beta of this product a few months ago, and we collected a lot of great feedback from users out there. We've been busy working on incorporating that feedback into the product, and we're well on the way to a real V1 launch in the next several weeks here. So very excited about where this can go. We're looking forward to changing the way people engage in their cancer care, and really moving quickly to be one of those resources like people draw on in other parts of their lives, where we're serving thousands of people every day towards the right answer in their care. All right, thanks, and I'll pass it over to Alicia to talk about what that means in terms of people getting their data.